That's a new intro. I surprised myself with it, to be honest. Yeah, it actually looks really good. But there we go. Welcome to Earn Enough Bank on Footy Corner TV. Welcome, everybody. Please make sure you're hitting like and subscribe and doing all that good stuff. We've got a new panelist for you, T from Nigeria. He has the Dugout podcast. How are you, sir?
I'm good.
You're all right until your camera went off.
Yeah.
It's not good timing, is it? We got to you, Tabs. We let him fiddle with his camera. How are we, Tabs?
Yeah, no, all very good, all very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Kind of got over, recovered, kind of, sort of, from the Villa game a bit, I suppose. Yeah, be nicer if we actually had some players back from injury, I guess, and this, that, and the other. But other than that, I think we're all right.
Yeah, I think I had to give some updates today on a couple of those, but or just this evening on Trossard and Saliba and Rice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen that they haven't been in training, but Rice is ill, so he's he's not been training.
Yeah, I think it's just a cover, just so no one complains.
Oh, is that you reckon that's what it is?
Just to keep. Yeah, he might have like gone. Oh yeah, you stay at home. You're not.
It's a PR illness.
Yeah, I would say so. I just don't want him anywhere playing.
Yeah, I don't want him anywhere near it either, to be honest. So I don't care if he's got the most minute of coughs or somebody tickled his ankle. I don't really care.
And I think Trossard picked up his calf was hurt, recurrence, and Saliba is the mystery injury that no one. And now Max Dowman's injured and he's out for weeks.
Yeah, I heard that too. Like, what's happening? What's up with our medical staff?
But in fairness, Dowman's was an impact injury.
Yeah. So I'm not blaming the middle stuff. It's just,
yeah. So it's actually a justified injury that he's, a normal injury. If that's even a thing, a normal injury.
Yes.
So yeah, but yeah. How are we, T?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, sir. Yeah. What were your takeaways from the Villa game, T?
Okay, so first of all, I'll say this: the team was gassed. From the 70th minute to the end. Honestly, I was like, okay, I'm good with 1-1. I'll just take a point because every time Villa attacked, they looked like they were going to score because our shape defensively wasn't there anymore. In the beginning of the season when we were defending a counter attack, everybody was back. The shape was there, so you knew that nobody's coming. But in that game particularly, I felt the absence of Saliba and Gabriel, and then the tired legs. Everybody was. If you notice the winning goal they scored in the 94th minute, the last second of the game, the Villa players were more active in our 18 box. They wanted to score. Our players were just like they were scrambling to block the shots, but the Aston Villa players they were up for it. So honestly, like you said, it was it's one game, but the fact that the injuries came at the wrong time, well, there's never a right time for injuries anyway. But those injuries came at that time. The what's it called, the fatigue level, the movement itself. I think Villa wanted it more, and our guys were just they couldn't wait to just get out of that game at 1-1. They were like, let's just end. Let it just end. Even the throwing that people were blaming Nkapie for, like he was trying, like he got the ball trying to drive it out with his left leg. Maybe he could have actually maybe used his right. He tried to push the ball, lost his footing, and then the ball went to throw. We're like, you could see it in their face. Like they didn't want to win anymore. They just wanted to just end the game at 1-1, take the point, go back and regroup. That was why when that goal went in, you saw the reaction from the boys. They were all gutted, all of them. They were like, damn, why? And it's the worst way to lose a game. It's the worst way. I mean, if we were 2-0 down at halftime and it ended 2-1, we were like, okay, we'll take it. But just before then, like 2 minutes before then, the commentators were saying like, both teams will be good to 1-1 draw. Both teams will be good because the way he played out, I mean, Villa ran the first half, Arsenal came out from the second half, and we looked like we were going to take over the game with the way we played in the 10 minutes in the second half. Then all of a sudden, from the 65th minutes to 70th minutes, we started seeing the fatigue, the tired legs, and everything. I just felt maybe instead of bringing on Martinelli, could have maybe brought in maybe a Norgard in the midfield, just safeguard the point. I mean, Martinelli, yes, I understand because you want to see if you can win it, and I won't blame him for that. I'm just saying maybe, hindsight, they say it's 2020. So I'm just saying maybe because the midfield was tired. So maybe he could have just maybe done that, show up the midfield and see if you can nick it. But I mean, you try to win it, which is what everybody wanted anyway, because let's not kid ourselves. If it was Arsenal that got the last minute goal, we will all here be saying that is what champions are made of.
Yeah.
That's what we'll be saying. So I just think it's happened. Arteta has learned from it. Like we need to always remember this is man's first job. This is his 5th year. He's still more or less a young coach in the business. So he's going to be learning a lot. The only thing is that I've seen that he's learned a lot from the past seasons, and he's also learned from what happened with Liverpool in our first encounter in the 4th game of the season. So he's going to be making adjustments. What we just need to hope for is get our players back, Saliba and Gabriel, get them back, and avoid injuries to other key areas. Like for me, we haven't seen the best of Odegaard since that injury last season. We've not seen his best, and the only way we can see it is if he plays consistent football with the best players on the team. If you have Odegaard on the pitch with Eze, Saka, Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Rice consistently for 5-10 games, we will see the best of Odegaard. But the thing is,
problem is he's quite frustrated, isn't he? At times he can be very frustrating because he's breaking through and he's doing his thing, and then he puts the ball straight down the keeper's throat, and it's like, well, you've done all that work, and that really didn't go down very well for me. And Madueke, when he came on, I thought he was a bit woeful as well, to be honest. And that shot that he put in, I was screaming at him. I was just like, you've got a striker in the box. Just turn round, turn the defender round. It doesn't matter if you have to turn him round again and then get a crossing. It's really not that hard. But at least do something constructive. Don't just whack it in the side net. And it was very, yeah, it made me scream at the TV, that one. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, people are still saying, "Oh, you've got the best squad in the league," and this, that, and the other, and not actually taking into account the injuries that we've actually got.
Well, we have got the best squad in the league. It's clear. However, you're still not going to win unless your best players are playing consistently. You're not going to win anything. All it does, it means our floor is a lot higher and the drop off is less. However, you go to Villa Park, who I think only lost once last season against us. I think they've only lost once or twice in the last 40 games there. You need your best players, but it's not just the injuries themselves. So great, fine. It's the fact that it's the consequences, the knock-on effects of that in terms of, well, it means other players are not getting the rest and recovery that they would want to and stuff like that. Exactly. Someone like Timber, he's meant to be having a rest against, in midweek against Brentford. Mosquera gets injured, he has to come on, and it's just that knock-on effect. So again, these are not excuses, and it's all boring, and no one wants to hear it. And yes, we've got the biggest squad, and hopefully over the season that evens itself out. Yeah. But eventually, you take your best players out, and we are missing the best centre-back partnership in the world, the two individual best centre-backs, and that will have a knock-on effect elsewhere because they're brilliant at defending. Who gets the ball first in our build-up? It's between Raya, Saliba, and Gabriel, and everything stems from them. And then attacking-wise, set pieces, they make such a difference. Defensive set pieces make a difference. So we haven't scored since set piece since Gabriel's been out. And we're conceding more goals since Gabriel's come out. Okay, we're maybe only conceding one, whereas beforehand we were conceding none. So it's just, it's a massive knock-on effect, all these little things. And talking about knock-on effects, the goal that Villa scored stemmed from Madueke from a mistake, because instead of keeping it or doing something, it goes out for a goal kick. They get the ball up. For some reason, Hincapié is having to cover the right-hand side. Again, doesn't get to clear it. There's still time to get rid of it, but it's just one thing after another, and bang, they score. A lot needs to go wrong, and it's just one of those things. It happens. They played well against us, and two teams going well. Sometimes one team wins and the other one loses, and we just got to take it on the chin.
Yeah, I think Villa were kind of buoyed as well, because they could see the fatigue. They could see that we would. There were players, not all players, but they could see players were dead on their feet and were languid and couldn't quite get there. I mean, Rice wasn't his usual self. He didn't have a particularly bad game, but he'd normally be on absolutely everything.
But he was the one putting in the cross in the last minute for Gyökeres and Madueke. For me, it's more White or Calafiori or whatever at the time was like, maybe they should have. They were still going forward. So in this day and age, 1 point versus 3, you go for the 3 points, because in essence we only lost 1 point at the weekend. I know it's technically 3, but we dropped 1 point because it was ending up a draw. But maybe they could have sat back a bit and just sort of rested and recovered, and just there was none of that in the game. Everyone complains about the horseshoe of death. I loved it when we did that, because then we're recuperating, we're getting control. It's not harem scarum, and it's not back and forth. And if we'd have done more of that and more just tried to subdue things, I don't know, it may not have turned it out differently. It may have done, but at least it would have given us time, because that's sometimes why we do that. It's just it's always fits and starts. It's to conserve the energy. Just there was a period there with 20, 30 passes, and actually led to almost a really good goal. But just control it, just like move them around. Doesn't have to do anything. You just let's chill for a minute, because if you look at the momentum shifts in that game, it was literally 10 minutes Arsenal, 10 minutes Villa, 10 minutes Arsenal, 10 minutes Villa, and it was just up and down.
It was very toe to toe, wasn't it? It was just very, very.
Yeah, and Arteta would have hated that. He would have hated that.
Yeah, you could probably see on the touchline going, what the hell are you doing? We don't want this, and then the unthinkable, I suppose. As far as an Arsenal fan would think is we 20 seconds to go, more or less, maybe less than that,
and it could have gone anywhere. Again, the ball breaks, it could have fell somewhere, could have gone, someone could have got a toe to it. It's just sometimes one of these things you can analyze it a bit too much and just say football happens.
Yeah, I mean, some of them. I mean, particularly Timber's one was a bit of a tired clearance, and it just went anywhere, and it just ended up in the wrong place, didn't it, at the end of the day.
Just boot it. Just boot it.
Yeah, just boot it, but just make sure it doesn't go up in the air. I don't care if it goes back to the halfway line, and Martinez is now actually rushing for once.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like in the extra time. You're like, well, you've wasted time the whole game, and now you want to rush. It's that is literally Martinez all over. Khalid says, "Big up a panel. How are we, sir? Welcome in, guys. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel. That'd be much appreciated. Thank you very much indeed." Obviously, Calafiori, he looked a bit shaky going down the tunnel after the game. It looks like he's shook that off, whatever it is. Seems to kind of shake off everything these days anyway, doesn't he? He's not like when he first came in originally and he was made to play from one side to the other side. He didn't have the recovery time and he was getting injured very frequently. He doesn't seem to do that very much anymore. Do you not think? Do you think he recovers a lot better now? He's more available?
Yeah, well, for me, first of all, last season was more like an entrance to the league for him, and right now, last season there was a time that somebody, okay, Lewis Kelly had the left back position on lock. Then all of a sudden, beginning of this season, it was all Calafiori. And for me, I think he's understand the game a lot more, and he's what's it called? He's also adapted to the game a lot more, and now he's adapting his own game to the Arsenal game and then to Premiership. Like the the there is a lot of talk about where does he really play? Is he centre back? Is he left back? Is he in the midfield? Sometimes you see him in the opposition, the 10-yard box. He's understood the game more right now, so he knows how to affect the game every given time. Like I understand the fact they're saying that his recovery is better, and then maybe he looked a bit shaky at the end of the game. Yes, he's been playing a lot this season, a lot of games, a lot of high intensity games. I mean, coming off the 3 games we just the 3 games we played before the was it the Brentford game? Brentford Burnley, or this is
Brentford.
making my head up.
Yeah, Brentford. Yeah, when we
Brentford,
yeah.
Yeah. So before that, we had Tottenham, what's it called, Bayern Munich, and then we had Chelsea. Those are 3
Chelsea, yeah.
high intensity games, and you saw what happened to Chelsea in the next game after they got the 1-1 win against us. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You saw what happened to them in the next game against Leeds United. Some of the players probably were too tired to play the next game after playing Arsenal, because the game, Chelsea game with their life, they were down to 10 men, and for me, it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like we had an advantage in that game, because everybody in that Chelsea team went up 150%. They turned up, they had their gears up and everything, and especially when they got the first goal in the game, could win it. So everybody played. Fast forward to the next game against Leeds, like four of the players that played against us didn't play that game, and they went on to lose. So, Barcelona just turned it over. Barca is leading 2-1 right now, watching that game. So,
they've turned that round, yeah.
Yeah.
Chelsea are drawing 1-1 now.
Oh. So, I think as a player, Calafiori has improved, and we keep forgetting he's actually very young. I just checked his age last week, and he's 20. So his body is still very, very adaptable. So all he's doing right now is understanding the game, understanding his own game, and how to affect. So, like I said, we saw the best of this team when everybody was fit. After the Liverpool game, after the City game, we went on that run in the league and in the Champions League. We saw the best of Arsenal when we had the back 4 solid. Raya, we had Zubimendi, Rice, and at times it could be Merino, it could be Odegaard, and Eze, Gyökeres, Saka, Martinelli. We had everybody available. We saw the best of this team. We could not, nobody could score us. Teams were playing low block because they were afraid of what we could do if they come. That Arsenal needs to get back. If you have that Arsenal back, Calafiori was having assists, was scoring goals too. So that's exactly how important getting the core of this team back. That's why a lot of us felt we were going to win the league comfortably when we had that core, when we had best players available. It's looking shaky because these guys are not available, especially Gabriel and Saliba. That's why most Arsenal fans are having they're thinking, are we going to bottle it? A lot of Arsenal fans, they believe that if City should catch Arsenal now, either level on points or go ahead, that might be it. But why I'm not bothered is because of the run of games we're having now. And then these players are coming back at the end of this month and in January. So for me, I think a lot of the players in this Arsenal team are growing, and they can only get better. Some of them might be getting better by the game. So back to what you said about Calafiori, I just think he's just getting better. He's improving himself. He's 23 years old. There's a lot of room for improvement, and I think we're going to see a lot more from him.
Yeah, it's frightening actually how good he can be. I think because he just turns up in all sorts of different areas. He's a proper maverick for me. He's very un-Italian in the sense that Italians are normally very rigid, very stalwart, very focused on their one particular job, and he doesn't do that. So it's crazy acquisition for me, and hopefully he can do a lot for us. But when we're chasing a game as well, I want him on the field because he can just do anything. He literally can turn up anywhere, and the way he was being inverted pretty much the whole of that game was crazy, and I don't think Villa knew what to do with it. I don't think that when they did adapt to it, I don't think we adapted out of it quick enough. I think we should have reset and then let them settle again and then did it again. But I like the idea. I like the ambition from it. But I just think it needs to be a bit more fluid and a bit more reactionary, I guess.
He's taken them, I think, second most shots. Or actually, even in our team, I think he's taken the most shots within our team this season, and 50-50 split between left foot and right foot as well, and then maybe like a small percentage with his head. So he's certainly. I think it's Arteta's idea of that being unpredictable, that our left back is one of our most creative, sort of dangerous players, and whether he's the one on the end of things or doing something, or even just a distraction, because if we don't know what he's doing, how are the opposition going to know what he's doing? So it's incredible, you know. Yeah, I think we've all said it before. There's like, hang on, our left back is suddenly in field, right midfield. He was playing right wing at some point in the game recently, and then he's ending up centre forward and so on. And then he's obviously, he created Madueke's goal against Bayern Munich. He got the cross in, and he's doing more of that. Yeah, he's a threat all over the place. I think the only thing that happened at the weekend was, you're right, I think with the fatigue and maybe the formation, that Villa were exploiting the space in between the and centre backs, and part of that is that something he needs to do with the team not being so in tune with each other, or a bit of that fatigue, making sure they're not close enough. But there was definitely something that they were exploiting, particularly second half. So it's sort of double-edged sword, is that, yes, great, we want him going all over the place, but that's also very good if you've got Gabriel, Saliba and Timber, who are then pushing over one left to make a back three. When you've got Hincapie, Timber and Ben White, it's a different story. So it's, should we adapt? Should we play our game irrespective of who's there? Or should we maybe adapt because certain players aren't there? And that's something for Arteta, I guess. You can always look in hindsight and say, oh, we should have adapted because we lost the game. Well, yeah, but then again, we could have won the game in the last minute just as much as lost it.
I mean, he had another goal that was a headed goal that was margin in the offside. I think that was in the Bayern game as well.
Yeah.
He could have another couple of goals that literally just make his job just so much better. It's just crazy. But yeah, when you think he's 23 and there's so much more to come from him.
And I just think
keeping Lewis Kelly out of the team where he was in the team all last year as well.
I think just last year, Calafiori was just unlucky. 2 very freaky injuries, and all the rest. And he's also, when he was 15, 16, he had a really bad, almost career-ending knee injury. So he's sort of, there's some residual stuff there. But actually, he got a bit of a bad rep for being a bit made of glass. But obviously this year, he's obviously proven that he can stay fit as long as we don't knacker him out. And and he is our best left back. He's proven that fully. And
obviously he got his yellow card, which we were all praying for. That if he gets a yellow card and he misses the Wolves game.
I missed that yellow card because the moment that goal went in from Villa, I just switched off.
But he was off already.
Yeah, he was already off at that point.
Yeah, there was a counter attack, and someone got past him too easily, so he just rugby tackled him.
Yeah.
We're not quite rugby tackle, but just held him around the waist.
Yeah, he twisted him with the shirt, basically. Yeah, it's,
exactly. So it's just
but yeah, it was a yellow card, and like I say, I think we're all pleased to see him get that. He will obviously play tomorrow night because he can't play on Saturday anyway. Yeah,
I don't think he will, because MLS, when he's come on, has looked rusty, and I think maybe he needs games. So I think MLS, he might play a part of it, but I would still start MLS because he will play at the weekend, and I think he needs a bit of rhythm, just because it's shown when he's come in fresh. He's not. I think he might be one of these players takes a while to get into it. So there should be no harm.
I'm not convinced. I think he might play for the 25 minutes for MLS and and run it in that way. That would be my take on what he does. But I'm not the one with the magic pen that decides the names. So,
exactly.
But that would be my take.
But also in Europe, MLS always has started every game so far as well. He's started every game.
He started against Bayern, didn't he?
Yeah.
I had some kind of recollection that he came on a sub, but he didn't, did he?
I think Calafiori did. Well, Calafiori did come on eventually against Bayern.
Calafiori came on sub, not MLS.
Yeah, and MLS started. Yeah, he started every Champions League game.
So I think MLS will start. Yeah, I think it will.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So obviously that's a bit of rotation for Calafiori anyway, because obviously if he's going to get MLS in tune for the weekend, and he's going to play the weekend, then obviously next game's Wednesday.
Yep, tomorrow night.
No, I mean next week.
Oh no, there isn't. It's a week break. So actually,
it's a week break, isn't it? And then Everton at the weekend.
Everton away, yeah.
We have Crystal Palace in the. It's in the.
That's the 23rd.
That's
the 23rd. Yeah, so that's the game after. So Everton, then Palace, and then Brighton at home.
Brighton, and then Villa again.
Aston Villa
again.
Yeah, but Villa at home are completely different game, I think. But and hopefully we've got some rotation in. And,
other than the fact that we haven't beaten them in the last two games. we drew 2-2 last year after being 2-0 up, and
the 2-2. Yeah, that was disappointing as well.
I can't remember the year before, and then there's obviously the Trossard miss, the 2-0. I don't know. I can't remember what happened in between.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we got to turn one of those around, and I think a win at home makes the loss away a lot more manageable, a bit more stomachable, if you like.
And look, Villa have beaten Man City. Who else? They've taken some scalps.
They lost to Liverpool, didn't they?
Yeah. Emery was dumb against Liverpool, but they lost to.
I don't know why he was doing that. It was Bournemouth were doing the same thing against Man City. Yeah, Iraola, that was very naive from him.
They've beaten City, they've beaten Tottenham, but
who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Was a Tottenham game at their place, or
no? It was at White Hart Lane, at Shot Hart Lane. So it was at White Hart Lane.
That might as well be an away game for them, to be honest, because their away fixtures are away results are like their home results should be, and their home results are like their away form should be.
Yeah, exactly.
So, did you know that if you did it on home fixtures alone, Spurs would be 19th? You know that, right?
Back where they belong.
Yeah, it would be fun, but they would be 19th if it was only home fixtures. I mean, it was the case anyway. That was certainly the case before they played at the weekend. I'm going to look that. I'm going to check that now. So 16th.
Okay.
So because they won, didn't they? At home.
Yeah. They beat Brentford 2-0.
Brentford are bad, aren't they?
Yes and no, they're hit and miss. I think win some, lose some sort of thing. I think their home form's pretty decent. Yeah, just away from home, they're not that great, unfortunately.
And their main striker's out as well. That doesn't really help them.
Did he not play against Tottenham? I thought half of what Brentford did against us was they think
keep him safe,
keep him safe for the Tottenham. Like, you can't play 3 games in a week because they're all spine. And even like Damsgaard not even starting and stuff like that. So I think they said, well, of the 2 games, which team should we have the better chance? Just unfortunately, football doesn't always work out like that.
Yeah, he played the full game.
So just what was saying, but no, but they win their home game. Brentford do well at home. Like I said, they beat Liverpool at home again. I think that was just as Liverpool were turning. I think they'll be safe. They'll be all right.
Brentford are 4th if they were home form only.
Yeah, exactly. So,
guess where Wolves will be?
Bottom still. Yes. Unfortunately, home or
away, they're awful.
You know,
they've got the same amount of points home as away.
I was telling my buddies here that there's a possibility that Wolves may play all 38 games without a win. It's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. Do you know that that Spurs have given them 50% of their points up to now?
Oh yeah, and that was a last-minute equaliser with Paulinho,
wasn't it?
Yeah, late, and he celebrated like they'd won the league. Just won the game.
Just won. Just go with one. Yeah, we don't have to go win the league. Just won the game. I just wanted to touch on this because it's pretty spot on, really, isn't it? That Trossard's basically been our best attacker for most of the season, at least. Obviously, he got an injury, put him out for a little bit. Martinelli has done better, actually, whilst, obviously he's come back from an injury as well. I'm not sure about I expect more from them. I think they're all suffering from a bit of lack of rotation because we haven't had anybody. But what do you make of that?
Yeah, I mean, he has. He's been clutch. He's been superb for us. I've often posed the thing, like I've so often said, like you see Trossard's and no one's really that excited about it, but we know he's an excellent player. And this year I think this year he's got a bit of, this is the last chance to win anything at Arsenal. I don't think he'll be here next season. Be 31, 32, something like that. I think it's maybe a bit of a last hurrah. So it's just sort of giving it the final push. And sometimes it happens like that. So there's an opportunity and he's taken it. And he's always been a quality finisher. I think he's added some defensive nous to his game this season as well. And I think he sort of played himself into form, being a sub, getting those goals that he did as a sub and put him as a starter. Normally he's one of these ones that has one bad game, one good game, one bad game, but he's actually put a bit of a run together. And we've missed him. When he was out, we missed him. So it's just sometimes seasons are like that. Sometimes a player will just suddenly just hit a vein of form. They may not have been a favourite, they may not have been a regular, but they suddenly do become one and they become sort of indispensable. And yeah, you're right. It'd be great to see sort of similar outputs from the other forwards.
Yeah, indeed. Who would you replace him with, T? Trossard. If he was going to go in the summer, who would you replace Trossard with? If he was going to,
if you were to buy a player.
Yeah. Obviously, we're going to have to buy somebody. Who would you bring in for him?
Most of the players I would like to mention are probably stuck in their clubs right now. I mean, someone like Olise. You have someone like you have to upgrade. I mean, I think Olise is better than Trossard, but honestly, a lot of the profile of the players. Let's start from the Premiership. Okay, someone like someone like a Pedro Neto. I mean, I know Chelsea is not going to sell to Arsenal definitely, but someone in that in that
Well, they
class.
would because they
Yeah.
do.
I don't think we'd want him.
No, we don't want Neto, definitely not.
Exactly. So the thing is, but the thing it's going to be difficult to get a player. I mean, I don't know if we're still up for Rodrigo from Madrid. I don't. I'm not sold on Rodrigo, but he's a good player. So I don't know. But someone like you have to like someone that can also get you goals, that can create goals on their own. Someone that can actually play isolated football, like can take on the defenders one on one and everything. So I mean, yeah, I understand it's what 31, 32. So definitely it's going to get slower over time. Like you said, maybe he's looking like this might be his last opportunity to actually win something with this Arsenal team. So he's all. I mean, he's our most prolific attacker. He's been our most prolific attacker for a long time. Let's be honest. There was a time most fans were saying he was probably our best finisher all of last season. He was scoring goals that you expect strikers to score. So for me, like I said, Olise, someone like Rodrigo, I'm not sold on Semenyo because he was good for the first half of the first part of the season, but in like 6 games thereabout, he's not been delivering on end products. I mean, he's still running, he's still putting up doing the work, but he's not scoring or contributing as much as he was when the season started. I mean, Semenyo was scoring like every other game when the season started, but all of a sudden it's like he ran out of gas or ran out of steam. So I honestly, we need to look for someone like him that can score and create goals. That's what I believe. And those players they are really hard to find right now in today's football. Actually, to be able to buy them, you have to pay a lot of money, and you probably have to pry them away from the team that they are currently at the moment. Our best bet might still be Rodrigo because of the way Madrid is. But then again, there was talk some couple of weeks Vinicius not being happy. So how that would play out at the end of the season. So
Do you really see us going for Vinny?
well, I don't think so for a couple of reasons. First of all, that kind of player, I don't think Arteta will want that kind of player. That's one. Two, then it comes with a lot of money, a lot of wage, a lot of wage cap. I mean, for us, for
I
Vinicius,
don't think that's even really the biggest problem, is it? The
What?
biggest problem is his ego, really, isn't it? That surely
that's what I'm saying. That
ego-
Arteta won't want to manage that kind of player. That
yeah.
was the first. Arteta won't want to manage that kind of player. Nope.
I think he could do it with Rodrigo. I'm not convinced that he'd do it with Vinny Jr. and I don't think the club would do it anyway. To be honest with you,
I think Vinny is stuck with Madrid. I don't think they're going to sell him anytime soon. Anyway, and I don't think if he's up for sale, I don't think any other big club in Europe would want to get someone like Vinicius. Because maybe Man City or maybe not Pep. No, not Man City or Pep. Sorry.
yeah,
Maybe Chelsea
but
or Man United. I don't know.
yeah. Khalid says Rodrigo is goalless in 32 straight games for Madrid. Stay well away, and I get this right, but the guy's not happy. But my biggest grief with Rodrigo was that he didn't make the decision to move when he could have made the decision to move. And I don't know if the club would have done it because I don't think we made the sales to actually make it happen. But I think if he'd have shown a bit more willing that he wanted to come, I think the club would have done a bit more to actually facilitate that.
Yeah, but if Rodrigo were to have come in the beginning of the season, that means we'll have had to either get rid of Martinelli or Trossard.
You can still have a crossover. You can still have a crossover. You can still keep Trossard and him know that he's going next season, or even the season after, and you've got the replacement in already.
Well, it all depends if the player wants that, though.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, we're not scraping the barrel like we used to scrape the barrel of in terms of income and PSR and all that nonsense, we're actually getting some good commercial deals because of the stature in the league now. Consistently in the Champions League again. So we're actually getting some good revenue in that basically pushes the boundaries of that, the marquee signing arena. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who would you get, Tabs?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, you got the not obvious choices, but the names. The thing is, we don't have to replace him like for like, because I think Eza can do what Trossard does, and if we integrate him in properly, so we don't have to get like for like, because I think I can think they can be very similar players. They're not the fastest. They're very skillful. They can finish left foot, right foot. You know, not. I wouldn't say similar statures, but we know Trossard's diminutive. Eze's not exactly tall and stuff like that. So I think they can. Eze can be an upgrade actually on what Trossard does and what Trossard offers, and a better version. So therefore, then you're looking at, maybe you look for a faster winger to complement that, more of a tricky type winger. Type stuff for the left hand side. Of course, Semenyo's Premiership proven. Would be an easy fit in. I think a lot of these players, you can pick out the numbers and what they've done. They say, you say, oh, Semenyo's the obvious choice, and you look at the numbers of what he's done, or you look at Rodrigo. Yeah, I was never sold on Rodrigo. I think it was more just, oh, he plays for Real Madrid, therefore he must be good, and we should get him in. And yes, he offers some versatility, centre forward, left and right, but I think we get as much out of Madueke as we do with Rodrigo, but then he has to settle into a new league. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because of who we've got, you scour the French market to see who's tricky out there, see who's annoyed at PSG for not playing, regularly and stuff like that. So I think there'll be opportunities there that sort of present themselves. But in terms of, there's no one top of my list that was
stands out for you.
No, not really. And again, you depends, and again, it's all part of what you want to do with the squad. So do you go for developmental because you got the experience there, or do you buy someone big again, and then all of a sudden the challenges that creates? So I think a lot of it will be around that.
One of the twins is a winger as well, isn't he? One of the Ecuadorian twins, I think is.
But they're not even getting to us.
Yeah, I know. 2 years. I know it's 2 years.
Right?
But yeah, that's they might have already looked into that. Is all I'm alluding to.
Yeah, I think they're just speculative things. It's like the Irish kid as well. It's going to be not quite the Chelsea model, but there will be a lot of it speculation and hopefully
market opportunities.
Yeah, maybe something will land. And maybe it doesn't, and they may still have functioning careers, but they just don't come of anything. You never know. There's so much development at that age, so much growth, so much and all the rest of it. Yeah. Even someone like Dauman looks amazing, and there's a lot of talent there. Still no guarantees with him, and it's such a trajectory. It's so hard, and then coming from a foreign country as they are, somewhere completely new and stuff like that. It's it'll be interesting. But we'll see.
Yeah, I actually like the fact that you said that we may not need to replace immediately. Like, Saka can play on the left. Madueke can play on the left, and then there's Dauman coming in. We still have Martinelli and Eze. So there are options. I mean, for next season, options. So we don't necessarily have to go and buy a winger. So there are other places I might think to replace, but not in the wings right now.
Buy another centre back.
Another centre back, another fullback.
Yes,
exactly. Fullback that can play centre back. Just in case.
Yeah. Actually, I think he'll be midfielder because Norgard won't be here, and we can't run Zubimendi and Rice into the ground all the time. So I'd suggest that would be maybe where the big money's spent.
So you think another midfielder, another defensive midfielder, essentially.
Yeah, and again, it might be a market opportunity. I think there was the guy with the French club. I think we were potentially linked with for 24 hours, and then he signed a contract. Yeah, again, maybe just someone in the Mosquera mold. In Mosquera mold as an age and profile and a bit of experience that you could get in there. Yeah, as I think for this season we got Norgard because you just wanted that experience, that person around the team, because this is the year in inverted commas. So, but if it is the year, then it gives you a bit of a sort of a free hit next year, sort of thing. So,
and Marino's the sub for Rice, essentially,
Yeah.
isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He just played out of position, and Rice has no backup because he's been played out of position, and we don't have any replacements for him.
The funny thing, the only backup midfielder we have right now is one we're not playing, and that's Norgard. That's the thing. He's the only backup, and he's not even playing. So
He'll be playing tomorrow.
That's where we actually need cover right now.
You'll see him tomorrow. You'll see him tomorrow.
So you're going for full-on rotation tomorrow?
Yeah, I would. Well, as much as you can, because we have to. But unfortunately, the defense is going to pick itself to a certain extent. I'd even give Kepa a go in goal.
He's played him in cup games anyway, hasn't he? So
yeah, exactly. And he played Neto last year away to Girona and stuff like that.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not saying Club Brugge as should be as comfortable. I'm sure he'll play against Kairat. So, but yeah, I'd go as rotate as much as possible. And it's only the midfield really, because up front, even if we rotate, you're going to have Gyökeres, Madueke, potentially Waneri or potentially Martinelli up there. And in midfield, I would hope to have Norgard, Marino, and Waneri. And at the back, you've got to have Timber, White, Hincapié and MLS. Yeah, Ethan. Yeah, Ethan will play midfield. So he might play right wing, or it depends what Odegaard does. If Odegaard never breaks, so yeah, I'd definitely have Ethan playing as
I think he'd probably play right wing, well, like you say, because obviously Dowman can't come in, can he?
No.
Yeah.
So then maybe Ethan, Gyökeres, and Madueke up top. So
so there's something very similar to that, I would have thought. And like you said, Norgard. There's no Rice in there. Who you put in there then?
Well, I would drop Marino back. I'd bring Marino because he had half the game off. I would say Marino in for Rice.
And Odegaard. You got to play Odegaard.
Odegaard's the only one. That's the one where he had a full 90. Played the full against Brentford, half the game against Chelsea, the full game against Villa. Yeah, maybe not starting.
Yeah. I mean, this is saying that obviously Wolves game. Hopefully they can stat pad and pick up form. I don't want I still want a rotation against Wolves.
I would say it's more a case of go win the game and then bring on.
Yeah,
taking everyone off.
I still think that there's still some kind of rotation to be had. I don't think we need everybody. I don't think not the same kind of level of rotation as tomorrow, but I think there's some form of rotation, and like you say, go win the game and get them off as soon as possible.
Rumor has it Chelsea are losing.
Really?
They were 1-up as well.
The thing is, the Chelsea game, honestly, I don't know how it is over there in the UK. Right here in Nigeria, the best result was the 1-1 draw. The best result, because if Arsenal had won the game or Chelsea had won the game, the whole fan base here would have just been terrible. Chelsea fans, just imagine, but they went on like they won the game. That was why the Leeds game was the deserved humbling for them. And since that game, they've really humbled. If you notice, Chelsea
they drew against Bournemouth as well.
That's something they've been quiet since
against Bournemouth,
very quiet.
Lost against Leeds.
Yeah.
So they've been very quiet. For peace to reign, that 1-1 result was like the best result.
Yeah,
for the
I would still suggest that an Arsenal win would have been the better result, but yeah, that's just
no. For
Yeah,
us,
for us,
Arsenal fans, that was better result.
yeah, I think what he's saying from a banter point of view that it's the best result, but for us it would be obviously be the better result. But from a banter point of view,
the moment
they set themselves up, didn't they? So bad.
Yeah, they did. Because when they went down to 10 men, I thought Arsenal should have won the game. But I think Arteta didn't capitalize on time with the substitutions, because if you notice in the second half, Chelsea made subs immediately. Arteta had to wait until when.
I'm not totally convinced by that. I think we could have adapted the system quicker. I'm not exactly. I don't know about the subs so much, but yeah. I think everything could have been quicker, couldn't it? But I do think that they stepped up levels and they made it a cup final.
Yeah.
They just made it a cup final when they went down to 10 men. They made it a cup final. So,
true.
Fair play to them for getting a result out of it. But yeah, a 3-day title race.
Indeed.
So it was quite funny because people had the tombstone with started 3rd of December and ended on the 6th or the 9th or whatever it was. I don't confess to remember the dates and everything, but there we go. So what result are you expecting from tonight? For tomorrow night, rather. Tonight's a bit late.
Just want to continue a win, because I think it's still important to finish top 2. We get a win, it means then the only other game we've got to worry about is the Inter game. Just a win, keep a clean sheet. I'm not really fussed. No injuries, that's it. A 1-0 win with no injuries. I think everyone will take that and go home.
Yeah. T, what are you saying?
I think it's gonna be probably maybe 1-0 or 2-1. The thing is, like you said, you need to win, because in every sport, losing is a habit, winning is a habit. So we need to get back that winning habit. So we need to win tomorrow and then win against Wolves. So I'll take any kind of victory tomorrow. I just like I said, no more injuries. It's an away game. It might start out like a comfortable game. All of a sudden, the stadium gets electrified and it becomes a cup final, quote unquote. So we need to win, regardless of the selection the manager makes. I mean, we are sure some players are not going to play. Like someone like Declan Rice is not going to play. We don't know Arsenal fans when Declan Rice is going to pitch tomorrow night. So, but at least no matter.
I don't want him to be in the country, to be honest.
No, he hasn't travelled. I think he stayed at home.
Yeah.
So
did he?
So,
yeah, I think that's what I said.
No matter the team, no matter the team that's playing tomorrow or at the weekend at Wolves, I expect 6 points. I mean, 3 in the Champions League and 3 in the league. That's bare minimum. And clean sheets, clean sheets we will do tomorrow. A good clean sheet to do. It's solid performance actually tomorrow and a win. I'll
tell you what. At least we don't have the tagline right from Wolves, where because they went 6 games without scoring a goal, and they scored against United. So at least we don't have that. 7 games, 7 whole games they've gone without scoring. They're bound to score against us. At least we don't have that hanging over us. So
it's funny how all those
they always seem to collide, don't they?
And it works against Arsenal. It always works against Arsenal.
The worlds always seem to collide when they come into our place. Like Bruges, they've just sacked their manager. There's always something.
Well, no, but it's not going to be a new manager bounce, because it'll be the caretaker, won't it? So, and
I know I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that there's always kind of something that
there's always a story.
A story.
Well, it's a bit like have you seen it? It's like Arsenal seem to be playing a team in the top 4 every week, because all of a sudden the team's on form and they're suddenly top 4, with Sunderland and now with Villa and Everton. Everton are fifth, and if they win their game at the weekend, they could easily get into top four. It's like, for God's sake,
Yeah, another
you know.
top
And then
four
everyone's
battle.
beating. Yeah, you know, Liverpool would top then, and who else did we play? Yeah, we just seem to be playing top four teams every time.
every
You
now
know,
and then.
City is, yeah, every time. But no, I mean tomorrow. I mean Bruges. Okay, they won their opening fixture against Monaco 4-1, but since then,
Yeah, they drew with Barcelona, didn't they? 3-3.
Yeah, but that's
that was a cricket match essentially.
yeah. They Barcelona a joke of a club sort of thing. So it's like
It's like Ange Ball in La Liga.
Yeah, exactly. Ange Ball with better players, but
yeah, exactly. If Ange had Barcelona players, that's exactly how it'd be playing.
Yeah, if we can't go to Bruges and not win without Rice and certain players, then there's a bigger problem here. Look, get a 2-0 lead. Don't let football screw you over and just get out.
I mean, there is another starter as well that's going to have to be there as well, isn't there? Because Gyökeres has to start.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you have to get him in there, and then, like you said, bring Marino back if he's going to play. So you've basically got Ødegaard, Gyökeres, Marino, of the main starters that are going to have to play. Who do you play on the left side? Do you play Eze or do you play Martinelli?
Well, it depends what he does with Ødegaard and Waneri.
Go on.
Sorry, go on.
I think Martinelli has been doing well in Champions League. I think he's our top scorer in the competition right now. So I think he deserves to start for that alone. The midfield, Ødegaard is probably going to play in the midfield. He might use a midfield of oh boy. Honestly, I won't want him to play with Mendy, but I'm looking at the midfield of Ødegaard, Norgard, and Eze,
Marino,
if possible. Because honestly, I don't want Mendy playing this game. I don't want Mendy playing, but if he travel, he may probably play. But looking at it, Saka should play. Saka, Gyökeres, and probably Martinelli. But again, Martinelli has been used more as a super sub in the Champions League. So depends. But in the midfield, if Norgard is playing, he may want to use Merino in the midfield also, depending, to have a bit more presence. So he can actually think about the midfield. It can be a Merino, Norgard, Ødegaard, or Merino, Norgard, Eze. But I think Ødegaard is going to start. I believe Ødegaard will start.
Yeah, Ødegaard has to start, doesn't he? Because obviously he spent all that time out. He needs to get back into the swing of things. Same with Gyökeres. Probably Martinelli on the left, I would have thought. And then, Waneri on the right. Because
don't worry, go ahead and watch your manager start Zubimendi tomorrow. Zubimendi probably just starts.
I really don't want to see. I don't want to see Zubimendi. I don't want to see Saka. I don't really want to see Timber, but I think that's going to have to happen.
Yeah, it has to. Yeah.
So that's unfortunate, but there you go. I'm hailing enthusiast. Just get Ethan and Miles on that pitch. I'm pretty sure Miles will start. If Ethan does start, then doesn't start, then he'll come on as sub, I reckon. But I think at 2-0, I still think we'll win it relatively comfortable without going guns blazing to kind of, score 5.
No.
So I don't really want to be doing that. I just want to be getting through the game, get the points, get out of Dodge, and get home, get on the sofa.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Nice and simple, nice and boring, very forgettable.
Nice and boring, exactly. We don't want any kind of trouble, no slip-ups, no fights in nightclubs. Apparently that was even Ivan Toney. Did you hear that?
Well, I heard it was Ivan Toney. Whether it was him or not, I don't know.
Oh, right, because I I was informed. Well, I was told it was probably Munoz because he got dropped quite late in the day, and then there were pictures of Tony. So yeah,
who knows?
Wait, is Liverpool winning?
Yeah, they got a dodgy penalty in the 88th minute.
Of course they did.
They got they got a very Champions League penalty in the 88th minute.
Wait, was it a ball to hand?
No, it was just someone tugged on the shirt very gently, and then they threw themselves on the floor, and
these that cry when there's a handball given against them.
Yeah.
But, Chelsea lost. Where does that put them in the table?
2-1. Yeah.
They are
10th.
Yeah, and then you got all the teams playing tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're on 10 points along with Dortmund, City, Sporting lost anyway, didn't they? Barcelona have lost.
City have got Real Madrid.
I know Barcelona won, but yeah.
Yeah, City have got Real Madrid. I don't know who Dortmund have. Dortmund have Bodo Glimt tomorrow, so at home. So
they're going above them.
Yeah, and who's on? And Leverkusen are the only other ones that could go past them, and they're playing Newcastle at home. You never know on that one. So yeah, that could push them out. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean they're going to qualify anyway, but they're probably
but it'd be nice for them to have the extra 2 games.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, actually, no, I'm not worried about it. I'd rather Man City have the extra 2 games and stuff like that. So yeah, Liverpool, they're fine. Let them qualify top 8. But yeah, Man City will be good if they have the extra 2 games.
Yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
it'd be nice. Yeah. I want Chelsea to have the extra 2 games as well.
Yeah,
and they can qualify, but they can have the extra 2 games. Let them stress it out a little bit. But I'm not. They're only on game week 6, aren't they? So obviously it's another 2 games. So even if they lost to Madrid, I'm guessing their other 2 fixtures aren't all that.
Who have they got next? So Madrid away. Bodo Glimt away, and Galatasaray at home. So you'd expect
Galatasaray a little bit dodgy, but
actually, I would say Bodo Glimt away is the worst one because it'll be in January. January on that dodgy pitch. It's the Astro pitch.
It's the 3G, isn't it?
Yeah, 3G pitch and stuff like that. So yeah, you should see them winning. But, yeah, exactly. But then they got Wolves the game afterwards, so they can just play whoever they want. So I actually don't think it matters. And they've got Man United the weekend before, so it's they got a lucky one there. There we go.
Rough and smooth, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That's fine. It's fine.
There we go.
All right.
Right, we'll cover the. I don't know if you guys are around Thursday. We're going to be back on Thursday. We're going to do a head up for the weekend, and we'll do a reaction to the Brugge game, and see what's what. So if you guys are around for that, let me know.
Sure.
If not,
no problem.
Then thank you very much for coming on.
No worries. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll see you. See everybody next time. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel, and we'll be around on Thursday. I'll keep you informed of the times, and see you next time. Good night.
All right.